I am Jessica Punzo, and I am going to walk you through a demonstration on how to complete your Troops Finance Report. There are three things that you will need to have before you can go ahead and start filling out your form and be ready to submit. So you will need to have with you your May bank statement, and then you will also need to have your troop proceeds from both the Fall Take Action program as well as the cookie program if you participated in either or both. If you do not have any of those things, you will want to pause and come back when you do have all three things. So again, that is going to be the May bank statement. And then if your troop participated in either or both, you will need to go to the appropriate website and pull the reports to get the proceed numbers for your troop from both sales. Once you have all three of those things, you are ready to go ahead and submit. So you will want to come to our website, gsnorcal.org, and we are going to click on the question mark, which is going to kick us over into the GS NorCal Help Center. From here, we are going to search for the Troop Finance Report, and then we are going to select Troop Finance Report Instructions. From this article, you will find all of the resources and links that you need to be able to be successful in completing this report. Up at the top, you will find the actual form, which is the Troop Finance fillable form. And please do make sure that it says the right year for which you are trying to complete right here. If it does not say the right year, there is a decent chance that the current year's form isn't ready yet, and at which time that means that you're probably not into May and it's a little too early for you to submit the form. It will also have instructions here for you to complete, as well as the Troop Finance Report tracking sheet, which is super amazing, and we're going to go over that right now. So again, this landing page right here is going to have all of the resources and links that you will need to be able to complete your Troop Finance Report. So we are going to start by looking over the finance tracking sheet, which I already have a demo up here for you. So you would want to click on this, but I'm going to just flip us over to this tab because I have an example for us. So for our demo Troop 1, 2, 3, 4's purpose, we are going to start here. So the very first thing that you need to do when you open that link is you are going to make a copy so that you do not override the template. You will want to make a copy and then save it to your desktop or to your local files, your troop files. And then you're going to go to the Start Here tab. And this is where you are going to enter in your troop number. If you are an existing troop, then you are going to take the ending balance from last year's Troop Finance Report and you are going to plug it into this box. If you are a new troop that has not set up a bank account yet, then you are going to plug in a 0 here. And then you will also plug in your current bank statement balance from your May bank statement. Your ending May bank statement is going to go in here. So then on your income tab, and this is super helpful. So if you have not been using this year round, I would recommend that moving here forward, that each time you, every year that you use one of these worksheets and that you take a few minutes each month to go in and plug in all of your income and expenses for the month, because that way it can take just 5 or 10 minutes a month versus a few hours at the end of the year to have all of this in order for you, and it can make managing your troop finances a whole lot easier. So in here, you are going to, take all of your income. This should match your bank statement as well, as far as like deposits and whatnot goes. And so again, those fall and cookie proceeds that you're going to find on the appropriate websites, you are going to bring them over here and you're going to plug them into the appropriate categories. If you collect troop dues, you will want to record those here as well. If your troop received any donations this year, like our example here is the Dr. Smith's office, as well as the local women's group, made a donation to this troop. So you are going to want to log those under the appropriate category. If you participated in any money earning activities, that also needs to be listed here. And then this is a rare line item, but it does happen. So if you had a girl transfer into your troop, whether it was just a straight up troop to troop transfer, or you absorbed some girls from a disbanding troop and money came with the girl, then you will want to go ahead and log that in here as an expense as well. And it is going to populate into your miscellaneous income category. So as you're plugging these in throughout the year, this is going to do a lot of the work for you. It's going to subtotal as well as your grand total for your income right here for you. And then everything from these tabs is going to populate into your last tab, making submitting the troop finance report so much easier. So then we're going to do the exact same thing with your expenses tab. So again, this is where it's super helpful that if you come in here, at the end of each month when you get your bank statement, come in here and log in all of your expenses for the year under the appropriate categories with your dates, check numbers if appropriate. This is going to make your life so much easier. And if you do end up getting audited, then we have it all here in black and white, and you just submit this form, and it is super easy. So in here, if you do things like, say your troop had a pizza party to kick off the new year, right? Any types of troop supplies and materials, snacks for meetings, for events, for activities are going to go in here. Award recognitions, so things like badges, bridging kits, anything like that. If you, again, this is activities and events. So if you are going somewhere, then you're going to log that in there. Anything that the troop pays for or any money that comes in and out of the troop account does need to be recorded and logged. So you are going to go through and just add in all of those expenses. And it's a really good idea to make some notes in here as to what it was, because in the troop finance report, some things you do have to actually put a description in there. And so trying to remember in May what it was that you did in September can be difficult. But if you go ahead and log it in here, right, that you went to World Thinking Day, it was $3 each and you had 15 people attend. Here it was, right? These were World Thinking Day snacks ingredients. Right? GSUSA costs for vests and bridging kits. It just makes it so much easier for you if you make those notes in here as you go. Okay, and then again, just like on our income tab, you're going to have all your subtotals per category down here at the bottom with your grand total for all of the expenses here. And then this next tab is going to be any outstanding. So sometimes in years past, we've had our cookie sale get extended, and maybe not all the cookie funds have been deposited yet. Then you would want to go ahead and log any of that. Maybe you registered for an event with a check or something and that hasn't cleared your bank account yet. You're going to want to log any and all of that in here on this page. And then all of that information is going to automatically tally into the correct subcategory on the final page for you. And this page mirrors what the troop finance submittable form categories are. So this will make it super easy for you to simply copy and paste. So once you feel that this worksheet is accurate and you are ready to go ahead and submit that form, then you will want to, and again, that is in the Help Center desk. So we are going to open up a troop finance report, but I actually, for the sake of time, went ahead and preloaded one. So I'm going to pull this out and I'm going to split screen real quick to make this super simple. And let's get back to the right sheet. Okay, so once you have opened up your troop finance report, you are, again, going to want to make sure that this is reflecting the correct year for which you are submitting for. And that, again, right here, it tells you that you're reporting for the period time between, again, the correct year. So for this year, it would be June 1st of 2024 to May 31st of 2025. If it is not correct, then you might want to, again, push that pause button and reach out to your local staff or service unit treasurer and make sure that you have the right form. So in here on the first page, you're going to do some basic information. Your troop finance, what are we submitting? We are submitting our troop finance report as well as the bank statement. So you do want to make sure that you have your bank statement already saved onto your computer in the PDF form so that you can go ahead and attach that when you're in here. You're going to select your service unit name and number. If you do not know your service unit name and number, you can go ahead and refer back to the list that is in the Help Center article. And then plug in your troop number, the total number of girls that you have in your troop, your program level, the person completing this troop finance report, and that is going to be dependent on the type of troop that you have set up. So if you have a co-op troop, then you are probably a troop admin or a troop treasurer. If you have a traditional style model, then you are probably a troop leader or a troop treasurer again. So whoever it is that is completing this form, go ahead and select the appropriate title, enter in your name, phone number, and email address. Do make sure that this is a valid email address, as this is where your receipt of this form is going to go. And that just assures that if there are any hiccups or anything with your form, that we are able to contact you and that you do have a receipt confirmation of this form. So we are going to click on to the next, and this is going to record all of our troop income. And so this is where these tabs over here on your troop finance tracking sheet are super helpful, okay? Again, we're going to start with this tab, and you will see that everything matches up here, right? So again, the dual screen helps me, but you figure out how whatever helps you, maybe printing this form is helpful. But this way you can just copy and paste your numbers into the appropriate categories. You will want to take note, like I mentioned before, that some of the categories you do have to enter an explanation for. So when you have donations and contributions, you do need to list where those donations came from along with the amount. So again, if this was in September when you received these donations and now it is May and you're not sure and you're seeing here, oh, I had donations in the amount of $150, I don't know where those donations came from, you can pretty quickly click back to your income tab and you can go look and say, oh, I see, my donations were from Dr. Smith's office and the women's group. And then you can come plug those in as appropriate and you'll know the amounts and save yourself a lot of time in digging. So you are going to want to go through and enter all of that information here. Click the calculate button at the end, make sure that the total here matches your total at the end of the troop income here. Then we are going to do the same exact thing for all of the troop expenses. So again, for me, it's super easy to have it here and just copy and paste and copy and paste. And again, when you get to those detailed pieces like needing to list materials for this, if you made life easy for yourself and you entered those descriptions in here, it'll be really easy for you to go back in and know where those came from. So once all your expenses are listed in here, if you had outstanding cookie cost of unsold fall product or cookies, and there was a positive number here, then, well, I guess a negative number. If there was a number here, you would want to list that under a miscellaneous on here because it does not pull up a category specific for cost of unsold products. So hopefully that didn't happen to your troop and you were able to sell through all your product. But if that did, you do want to record that number here as troop expenses because unfortunately your troop is eating the cost of the unsold product. And then again, you are going to click calculate, make sure that this number does match the total expenses number on your page. And then we are going to go through the summary and reconciliation. So you are going to want to double check the starting balance. So again, if we click over here, we know that our starting balance was, yes, $217.64. And then you know that all of your again, that starting balance is here as well at the top, making sure that your total income and expenses are matching here, as well as the total on the end of your bank statement. Your May bank statement is here. Now, if for whatever reason you have a difference in this number and everything didn't match, then you will want to record that. and you will need to try to figure out why you aren't balanced and figure out, where the money is, whether you're over or short, which hopefully isn't the case. If you are using this tracking worksheet, hopefully you're able to catch any discrepancies during the month and go ahead and correct that. But again, if for some reason this doesn't match, maybe you have some outstanding checks like we had talked about earlier, then you are just going to make sure that you log it here. So if you're balanced, simply mark it balanced. If you're not balanced, you need to indicate why you aren't balanced, whether that is outstanding checks or deposits or whatever have you. You need to record that here. And then this is box here. If your troop balance is over $500, then you do need to indicate what your troops plans are for that money. We do not want to be in the habit of making money to make money. We are a nonprofit status, and the purpose is to, all income is supposed to go right back into the troop and pay for the girls' experiences. So you do just want to indicate why your troop has more than $500 and what your troop's plan for that is in this upcoming membership year. So whether you're going camping, you're doing activities and events, you have bridging coming up, maybe you have older girls who are saving up for an overseas travel or cruise type of thing, then you just want to indicate that in here. Maybe your girls are very prestigious and going for higher awards, then you will want to indicate that in here as well. Once you are satisfied with this page, you're going to move to the next. Indicate whether your troop has a bank account or not. So again, if you do not have a bank account, you do still have to submit this form. You are going to start with 0 balances. You're going to fill out the income and expenses form as appropriate. So if you do happen to have cash on hand, if your troop has had income or expenses and you just haven't had that bank account open yet, you do still need to record any actual income and expenses. Any money flow that's happening through your troop does still need to be recorded. And then here is going to be your banking information. So it's going to be your bank name, your branch, the last 4 digits of your account, the checking or the account type, and then you're going to enter in the signers on your account's first and last names here. And then this is where you're going to choose and upload that May bank statement. Again, if you do not have a bank account yet, then you will just need to make like some kind of Word doc or whatever that indicates in there, make a little note in there that indicates that you are a new troop and you have not set up your bank account yet, and any pertinent information that we as council will need to know, just make a note of it in that document and upload that document here in place of the May bank statement. And then you need to indicate whether your troop has another bank account or not. And then you will want to add anybody who needs to receive a copy of your troop finance report here. So any of your troop co-leaders, troop treasurers, your leaders, any adult parent volunteers in your troop who wants to have this information. Again, troop account information is public knowledge within your troop families. And so all families and girls have the right to know what the health of the bank account looks like at any time. So whoever you want to be able to get a emailed confirmation of this receipt, you can go ahead and enter all of those emails in here. And then you are going to indicate your troop's status for the upcoming membership year. So if you are returning, let us know. If you are not, let us know that too, so that we can follow up with you and we can help you, whether your troop has aged out and is disbanding, if you are, and if any of these apply to you, just go ahead and indicate that and let us know so that your local staff can follow up with you appropriately. And then if everything is right, you are going to enter in your name here and you are going to click the submit button. So you only submit this form once, so it is important that you do have all of the information in here. Everything is uploaded, and then when you are ready and you think it is all good, go ahead and hit that submit button and then check that off of your to-do list, and it's time to go enjoy summer. So I hope that this was helpful. All of these resources, again, do live in the Help Center. And if you have any trouble at all then you can go ahead and please, please, please reach out to your service unit treasurers or your local staff support so that we can help you through this process. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that this is going to help make your troop run a little bit smoother as far as the finances go. And right now would be a really good time to make a copy of your worksheet and go ahead and plug in that ending balance from the TFR that you just submitted so that you are all set and ready to go for the upcoming membership year. All right, thank you.